Hope you all are doing good. I just wanted to show you our little setups with how we raise chicks, and to tell you about the hatching time brooders made by Cimuka. I always struggle with saying that the right way. It might be Cimuka, but it's spelled like this. And hatching time sells them. I think they're made in Turkey. I'm not 100% sure, but there's good things, there's bad things. But overall, for us, we've tried other setups, and for us, this is what makes sense. And as we scale, you know, we have different setups. But at this stage of the chick's life, between 1 week to 3 weeks old, we do like to incorporate these, and we have a few more. We've been using hatching time products, and I gotta clean a little bit today, but we have some bigger incubators, some 700 egg incubators. We have some hatchers, and we're small, non-GMO, corn soy free hatchery that we hatch 2,000 to 3,000 a month. And so let's go. What I do like about them, I do like that not only is this plastic, you know, easy to assemble, it is also very strong. These right here, we had over a year. Some of them we've had a year and a half, and in that time they still look fine. The plastic's strong, the plastic holds. There's really no issue with the plastic. Some of the thing I also like, I love these little heaters. You know, these need 95 right now, so you see the little babies, they need 95 degrees. I mean 98, even like 98, but no, they're at 95, so that's 35 degrees right here. You can see there, and it's super easy to regulate. If I have to regulate, I go up, I go down. I'm gonna keep it at 35. The switch just goes on, off. You have to keep it always on in the beginning. Just make sure they're always eating, they're always drinking, they're always happy. I change their water personally twice a day, so I don't use the water, you know, the automatic water nipples. I used to, but I found out that for me, I like to have a little more control over their water. A little duckling, that one's not doing too well, so she needed some warmth, so I put her here for a little bit. I think hopefully she'll come back. And this is really how, yeah, we do this setup right here. And I mean, you know, you can see that they're all drinking, eating, except for that duckling that belongs somewhere else, but I try to save her. And so that, yeah, that's kind of the setups right there. And I love the heater. Those heaters have never broken once, and they're always accurate with the heat. And especially in the freeze, especially when you need them to work, they work. And so I really like their automatic heaters. The light bulbs, you know, they work great. The sensor is on point. I really like that about hatching time and Cimuka period. Whenever, you know, you're using their sensors with the hatchers, with the incubators, they're always on point. They always work good. And so, look, after a year, over a year, we power wash these once every 2 weeks, sometimes less, sometimes more. We clean them twice a week though, and they still look, you know, almost brand new. And this is something's in here the whole time. You know, we have them, so really good. The nipple water system always works well, also works well. I had no issues with it. I like to keep everything a little more clean, and so I put in that extra work so they had clean water. And one thing I don't like about them, I had to change these. They had these little plastic clips like this over here. They're kind of screwed. They always fall out. That's not a serious design. Hopefully they do something about either their clips, but these right here actually were fine. But the ones right there, like these right there, those, they just fall out, they're trash. So that about them, you just could do something like this, like we did, and just change them out so they would hold in our little setup, because you know, and their bigger design, they don't even have those, but we put a little bit of hardware cloth here, so in case we do have smaller chicks, they don't jump out. So we don't use the automatic feeders on these once we move them, so we don't use these. You can, but once by the time we move them in bigger setups that you know have much more space in them. So they only stay in these setups from you know day old to maybe 3 weeks old. They really never stay past 3 weeks. So we had some metal ones before. They rust, they get dirty, they're harder to clean. Yes, these are plastic, but this plastic is strong. This plastic is solid. I mean, it's not your cheap plastic. This is good stuff. The assembly is, you know, you're just playing Legos. It's super easy. What else can I show you? Not really even trying to upsell these at all. You don't have to buy them, but I'm just telling you, it is a better setup than the metal brooder from, I don't know, actually those metal brooders, we had one. They're much more expensive, and I think they're trash. And so this is a much better setup than your you know, metal brooder setup that you'd be buying at, you know, how much they hold. They hold about 50 chicks each, so about 200 per. Sometimes we'll have, you know, 600 in the 3 we have in this room. Sometimes we'll have 700 even, sometimes, you know, but usually we have around 500 total between 3 of these. We have one more outside right now. And so, yeah, overall, it is a better setup for your money than anything that we could find, and we've tried a few. And so I think, you know, Hatching Time, I reached out for them to get back to us to sell some things in our farm store that's about to open. They never even got back to us, but I still like their stuff. You know, look, I bought a bunch of their stuff. I've been using their stuff for 3 years now, and overall, I like their customer service most of the time. I like that they'll get back to you within 24 hours. Usually they'll get back to you within an hour. If something is not right, you know, the lady that picks up the phone and calls me back is super nice. So this is, you can use the QR code that it gives us a little bit of money. I'm not sure, but I'll try it. And if you know, want to buy some Hatching Time products, but overall, the pros do outweigh the cons. And I actually would say, you know, otherwise, like Sure Hatch, their incubators, we don't even use them because they can't hold temperature. And then the Sportsman's, I got rid of them because it was, in my opinion, not a serious incubator. And so, like other stuff, it's not like I'm just trying to say good things. At least in our experience, these have been really solid. We do like Brinzy incubators. We have small, like 56, 80 incubator. That is a solid incubator, just small. And so overall, these brooders, yeah, they could be, you know, some little fixes, you know, but not that much. Overall, this is solid. Everything is structurally really, really well. So yeah, hopefully this helps somebody. Y'all have a good one.